He said, tell them that in their life this month, I will not be mocked. God will not be mocked.
A rich man will rule over the poor, even if he's a poor prayer warrior, even if he's a poor fasting giant. For as long as you are poor, you will never be able to taste the corridors of power and influence.
Across board whose lives might be wasted this week because they want better country, and some who might not even step out of their houses. And when Nigeria happens to you, they say it is stray bullets. If there's a way our voice can be heard, we just want a country that works. And I want to beg, if we can beg the president, speak.
Patrimony, they have access to wealth uncontrolled. They can use it anyhow and so on. They don't care about the common good.
And we as citizens of this country, we want to see the action in the next 1 week. Taking proactive position to end bad governance.
I hope you know that we remember that before slave trade and before colonialism came and destroyed many things, in most traditional societies, how did people become leaders? People became leaders after serious sacrifice for the community.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News. When I see this protest, it reached everybody. Now, Nigeria clergy-men are now in support of this protest. Everybody, the thing affects everybody. The Nigerian religious men are also saying that everybody must protest. Why you should protest and why you shouldn't protest, and the reason why everybody must protest. I want you guys to watch this particular video of this bishop. What he said during an interview. We'll be right back to do some messages to it.
It's not only politicians that are self-centered and self-serving. We religious leaders too. We have our own share of the blame, the traditional rulers, and then those in active governance. You know, we have a problem, and I think it's a matter of serious introspection. We need to look into our hearts and critically examine who are we and what do we do? What are our motives? Why are we in the places we are? What can we do better? And things like that. But this lack of critical self-analysis is what generates the corruption. People just contest for positions, aggressively campaigning and generating all kinds of negative issues and all to get to a position where they have access to the national patrimony. They have access to wealth uncontrolled. They can use it anyhow and so on. They don't care about the common good. They don't care about the children growing up. They don't care about the youth in their millions on the streets who should be well looked after. There is no social insurance scheme. If you are sick, you are on your own. If there's somebody who is mental on the street, she is on her own. There is a young person who, you know, has issues, nowhere to go. So I think we need to talk about ethical values, this patriotic spirit that we must all cultivate, which I'm afraid people get into politics and this is absent, and we need to grow.
So how is the church helping with that, building ethical values? And what's the role of religious organizations on that matter?
We do our best. We are religious leaders. I am concerned about things of the spirit. I'm concerned about the soul and values that would enhance a better society and so on. We do the talking, we do the preaching. We don't fail in this. But I'm afraid listening is a problem. And you wonder whether all these people who are in positions of authority listen at all. They're either Muslims or Christians, largely in this nation. And the amount of preaching that goes on, go around and you see the churches in their thousands, go around, you see mosques everywhere. Every morning there are bells ringing, then there is loud calling to prayer. Is it all hypocrisy or what? Is it really genuine? Why does this not translate to effective leadership, good governance, good conduct, honest and very good behavior? Why is it always we separate religion from social issues?
So I was coming to that question. You pastor a diocese, and yes, it is true that on Sundays the churches are full. on Fridays the mosques are full, but it does not necessarily reflect in the behavior of the society. You pastor a diocese, you've seen a lot, or you see a lot on a daily basis. Can you help us understand a little bit why this is the situation? What are you saying?
Well, when people are in church, they are hungry, they have no jobs, they have nobody to listen to them, they have no access to leaders they have elected. You cannot have a composed congregation. They might be physically present. They enjoy the music, they dance and all that. The dancing sometimes is to get rid of the depression that they are undergoing. So they are there, but they are not present. You must eat well. You must have a proper job. When you come to church, you know you go back, you have your lunch, you know you have a job to go to and all that. But these are missing, and you want us to pump moral values into them. You want the religious leaders to work miracles and compulsorily force them to obey the commandments of God. Somebody who is hungry is going to steal. Somebody who has no job is going to do criminal activities.
So this is not peculiar to Nigerians or Africans.
It's human nature. When you are denied basic things of survival, you turn to crime. Criminality will flourish. So do what is right. Give everybody his or her due. That is the definition of justice. Give them their due, and then you see order. The youth will listen to you when you talk. But now you see the youth are all up and they are just ready to fight because they are angry and hungry. So we must not just blame them all the time. Let us blame the leadership. Let's blame the lack of doing the right thing that should guarantee peace and orderliness in the society.
So talking about politicians and self-serving interests, or let's say leadership, have you seen any indications in the past 1 year that anything has changed or it's going to change?
Well, I am only told that things will change. I'm told that what we're experiencing now is temporary. I'm told that to eat a good omelette, you need to break the egg. And we're in the process of breaking the egg. I'm looking forward to the nice omelette. But when will it come? I cannot tell.
Not just the government. Everybody in Nigeria are all guilty of bad governance. Same thing Pastor Nazareth also said. Pastor Nazareth also gave details on how everybody is misusing or abusing their offices as a common Nigerian, as a government official, either as a civil servant or as a parent, or everybody. I want you guys to see a lot of points that Pastor Lazarus gave during his Sunday sermon when he was addressing Nigerians about this protest.
My heart has been quite heavy. Around January 2020, there was a promising young man. At some point, he said he was about to get married. The week of his wedding, he was stabbed. They took him to the hospital, and the doctors said that they were not going to treat him without police report. He struggled with his life for over 3 hours, and they were looking at him till he died. And he was buried on the Saturday that ought to be his wedding day. Last year, there was another incident of a very promising young woman here in the city of Abuja. She took a bus, call it One Chance, and in the course of collecting all her belongings, they stabbed her and they took her to the hospital. I got the video. She was on the floor in the hospital, and the doctors were saying, we can't treat you without police report till she... Now, when this and many more happens to people, they say Nigeria has happened to them. In each of these two cases, if any one of these people have people in power and call, they will treat them. We don't want to have a nation that only works for the high and mighty. We want Nigeria for Nigerians. There are young people, some in churches across board, whose lives might be wasted this week because they want a better country. And some who might not even step out of their houses. And when Nigeria happens to you, they say it is stray bullets. If there's a way our voice can be heard, we just want a country that works. And I want to beg, if we can beg the president, speak, talk to the people. People just want a better life. We just want to survive. And it is not too much to ask for. When my wife was going to give birth to her first daughter, we took her to the hospital. You need to see how the nurses sat down carelessly. And I had to scream, stand up. That's what you are paid for, and attend to us. And they came lazing themselves. And then the doctor came out. He said, hey, Pastor Lazarus, it's Pastor Lazarus. And all the doctors came out. Oh, Pastor Lazarus, oh, we are sorry. What is the fate of the common man? That is not the government. That is our people. The government is not the only problem. The nurses that won't attend to people, they are not the government, they are the people. So when you agitate for a better nation, tell yourselves the truth. Don't just bow to names. Have humanity at heart. What we have today, it is Nigeria by Nigerians. And it can stop with you and I. People are dying and we say it is the will of God. No, it's not. And for those of you who believe that you are too rich for Nigeria to happen to you, I tell you, you lie. It doesn't matter how rich you are. The state of the nation can become your fate. We pray for Nigeria and we do what is right as citizens. It is easy to criticize the leadership, but understand that we are also leaders and we can also do better. The boss who is not paying people their salaries because he wants to show them he's the boss also wants to protest. Your own government is failing. The lecturer who is trying to sleep with girls before they can pass also wants to protest. Your own government too is failing. All of us should do what is right. God bless you.
After Pastor Nazareth said all of this, before I could even make report about this video, I come across another video of Prophet Isa Ibuba. It was during 2023 presidential election. He was talking and keep on talking and soliciting for Nigeria to vote for good president. Thank God today is not silent. He came out again to demand for good governance and hence to bad governance in Nigeria. He came out to say that he supports this protest and there must be change in government. I want you guys to watch the video. We'll be right back.
I'm standing here in the city of Warri. A few days ago, I made a broadcast demanding that the president will draw the agreement of the Samoa agreement. I'm glad that they have taken heed to the demand of Nigerians and will draw that agreement. Now, I want to say, Mr. President, we honor and respect your office as the president of this country. But then we demand from you today, and we as citizens of this country, we want to see the action in the next 1 week. Taking proactive position to end bad governance. You must end it. You must rise to the occasion. That we are tired as citizens of this country watching you, watching the members of your cabinet running down this country. Nigeria is blessed and has more than enough to take care of things. I have traveled by road the past 40 days. Just a few days ago, I came by train from Lokoja right to Warri. And I saw the plight and the state of Nigeria. The Minister of Works is failing the call and the responsibility you have given to him. So what we are demanding in the next coming days, we want to see a proactive action. Or else, the 1st of August, 2024, we, the citizens of Nigeria, will take the street and go on a peaceful protest demanding that the end of bad governance is enforced in Nigeria. You must, and I'm not saying you may, I say you must end bad governance in the presidency. How can we, in such a situation where we are, for you and the members of the Senate to approve over 15 billion naira for the house of the vice president when we already have the place where the prime minister of Britain lives is a 3-bedroom house? And that down street, number 10, has been there. They have their own mansions. But when you come as a servant to the people, you must serve the people. That's why the prime minister that suddenly lost his place apologized to the British people for bad governance. We are demanding the judiciary, chief judge or chief judge of Nigeria, whatever name you are called, we Nigerians are demanding from you. You must act on the judiciary. All of these conflict and counter court judgments must come to an end. The most corrupt system in Nigeria is the judiciary. We are demanding the end of it. We're demanding the end of molestation by the police on the ways and the highways. This must come to an end. Today we are demanding every governor, you are not our Lord. You are the servant of the people. It is the people that voted you into power. You must serve the people. You must bring an end to the contractors that have received more than 50% mobilization. All of you contractors, we know you. I drove from Jos to Kano, Kano to Jigawa. I drove from Jos to Lokoja. And what I saw with my eyes, I am demanding that all of you contractors that have been paid for you to walk our roads, return back to site, or else Nigerians will respond to you. Today, I am asking churches and mosques, it's time to end all evil religious services. We cannot be living in a nation where people are turning our altars and pulpits in the mosques and in the churches as a place of deception. We want to say all churches and mosques where people are turning it to a commercial center, it must come to an end. It must come to an end. Nigeria must be safe. I want to admonish all members of IBBN, all of you, pastors and imams that are members of IBBN, please, on the 1st of August, if nothing is done, move to every government house and present your protest letter that enough is enough. This time around, we will not retreat until there is a change. Mr. President, we are not asking you to resign, but we are asking you to act. If you don't act, then Nigerians will demand for you to vacate that seat. But now, electoral reform must be enforced. You Apabio, the Senate President, you better behave yourself. Enough is enough. And all of the things you've been doing in the National Assembly, we have been watching it as citizens. But from now, all of you members of the Senate and House of Representatives, you better be the representative of the people. If you don't do that, we will sack you from the National Assembly. I am saying this, that in the coming days, you must rise to occasion and bring about electoral reforms. We, Nigerians, are tired of the manipulation coming from the international community. It's time we solve our problem by ourselves. And I want to say this. That the military must rise up to occasion. You can end this banditry in 2 weeks. We have seen the communication and the statement of Zamfara governor. We've seen other governors. And we realize there are certain men that have vowed that they must not allow peace to reign in Nigeria. You know where the bandits are. You know their location. We are giving you these few days to rise to occasion. And we cannot continue to mobilize money to pay bandits in order to release our people. I recently, a few days ago, I had to raise more than 40 million for the release of a pastor that was arrested and kidnapped by the Boko Haram. But we're saying enough is enough. Enough. You can see my sweat. And I'm saying this, that by the 1st of August, all of you that are in the city of Jos, you are to mobilize yourself to gather at 7 a.m. at the old airport junction for us to take a march to the government house. And all of you across the country, members of IBBN, you must move to the House of Assembly, move to the government house and present your letter of protest. And we are demanding that Africa must get it right.
You have watched the video of Issa Ibuba. You heard what he said. Anyway, not just him. Do you know that recently, some group of Yoruba people are saying that nobody have rights to protest. That if you protest, it's going to become a problem. Like this guy, what he's saying.
Problem àwa Yorùbá gan-an ẹni ẹ fẹ́ protest ṣé Tinubu ni problem yín ni àbí ẹ̀yin gan we Nigeria we are àti lazy jù àfẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ kí ni problem wa kí ni problem àwa Yorùbá gan fúnra wa Hausa kúrò ńbẹ̀ Igbo wà ńbẹ̀ wọ́n protest ó ṣe jẹ́ àwa fúnra wa la fẹ́ máa léra wa kúrò ńbí táwa ibi tọ́lọ́run ti ṣe fún wa tọ́lọ́run ti gbà fún wa tó yẹ pé èèyàn ti wá Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu ló wà ńbẹ̀ as a president. What are you protesting for? Kí lẹ̀ ń protest fún? Kí lẹ̀ ń protest fún? Ngbà tó kọ́ àwa ní ìsàwá Yorùbá lẹ́ni ẹ fẹ́ protest. Tó bá ti bí yàrá yà anybody dẹ́ni Yorùbá dá. Ọjọ́ tó ní wọ́n fẹ́ protest yẹn ẹ jáde síta tẹ lọ protest. Tẹ bá rí mi ta tẹ pa mí. Kí ni mo fẹ́ protest fún? Kí ni Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed the president kí ló ṣe fún yín? Go and work tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ tó bá ṣe pọ̀ lẹ́ni wá. Ọlá pé ayọ̀lẹ́ mélòó ní ìjọba fẹ́ ṣe ìlú tó ti dàrú ìlú tó ti bàjẹ́ ṣé believe pé president kan máa jí lọ́jọ́ kan àbí Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed máa jí lọ́jọ́ kan ó máa tún gbogbo ìlú ṣe ni.
Immediately after he said all of this, phone ring now. When phone ring, Oga decided to say, I need security, they're after my life.
A few moments later.
Please, I need a security. I want to fẹ́ wá pa mí torí mo jáde pé tó ṣe protest in a peaceful way. Please, I need a security ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run o. Wọ́n ní ti má dé island mọ́ o. Wọ́n ní ti má rìn mọ́. Torí mo ní tó jáde wá tó má ti fẹ́ ṣe protest tó ṣe in a peaceful way. Tó má ti violence, tó má jó kan, tó má bà nǹkan jẹ́. Pé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń bàjẹ́, gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jó yẹn. Báwa la ní, pé wọ́n àtọ́ ṣe ń bàjẹ́. Gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń jó gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń bàjẹ́ kò affect àwọn olówó kò affect gbogbo àwọn people yẹn àwa ló máa affect gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń sun tẹ́ fẹ́ sun yẹn gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ fẹ́ bàjẹ́ àwa ló máa affect when you burn beer out tonight will affect when you burn bank ó máa affect wa tẹ́ bá lọ sínú ọjà tẹ́ bá lọ jó ọjà àwa ló máa affect torí àwa là ń lo bank àwa là ń wọ beer out àwa là ń lọ sínú ọjà lọ ra nǹkan. That is what I'm saying, that we should not do that. We should not do the protest in a peaceful way. And you people say I should not come to the island. You people say I should not come out. Please, federal government, please, I need a security, oh. Please, money security, oh. Ṣé lọ ṣépè fún mi online. Ẹ kàn ṣépè fún mi, ẹ ṣépè fún mi kí ló dé? Ṣé torí mo ní ká má bá nǹkan wa jẹ́, ká má fẹ́ ṣe protest, ká ṣe protest in a peaceful way. Ká má bá nǹkan jẹ́, ká má condemn nǹkan. Let's do the protest in a peaceful way, in a lovely way, in a way that will not scatter anything, in a way that will not burn anything. And you people just go online and be swearing for me. And also online, don't shake for me. Kí ló dé? What have I done? We all Nigeria, we know that things is the economy is so bad in this Nigeria. Everything is so hard. People are hungry. People is dying hungry. So why are you people going to online swearing for me? Kí ló dé? Shake for me. Kí ló dé? We need to shift protest in a peaceful way. Domestic violence. Táwọn ọmọ ta táwọn eruku má lọ wọnú protest. Tẹ́ ẹ ṣe peacefully way. Ẹ dẹ̀ lọ online lọ ṣépè fún mi. What is it? Please, I beg everybody. Ẹ má ṣépè fún mi mọ́ o. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ má ṣépè fún mi mọ́ o. Ẹ kàn ṣépè fún mi online. What is it? Kí ló dé? That look like okay. Show me the problem Nigeria ni. So why people go so online swearing for me? Different they pay. Oh, so when I go to message section, you see swear. What is it?
Nigeria belongs to everybody. If you are opportune to benefit from this government, you shouldn't use that as an avenue for you to shut the rest people up that are dying of hunger. It pains me when I came across some videos on the internet, how some Nigerians were given 5,000 to counter the protest that is currently going on. Oh, they collected 5,000 to stage protest. They will trek over how many kilometers, later buy pure water and a drink, enter transport fare back home, then maybe probably is left with, or they are left with 3,000 naira. Maybe they buy food because they are hungry. At the end of the day, they squander the same 5,000 that everybody in Nigeria could have achieved one goal by speaking one voice.
On your mind,
We shall stand on your mandate. We shall stand. We shall stand on your mandate. We shall stand. I see what you on your mandate. On your mandate. On your mandate. We shall stand. Progress. I see what you We say no to protest. You say yes to dialogue. No to protest. No to protest. No to protest. Yes to peace. Yes to peace.
It's painful how some people are so dumb not to understand. Politicians that have never called you to favor you, that have never called you to give you any money or anything. You see them now. After this protest now, these people that collected 5,000, they will never have access to to these politicians anymore until election period. Election time will also come again. You give them 5,000, they sell their votes. Anyway, do you know the most interesting part in all of this? The first lady of Nigeria, he decided to come out and tell Nigeria, oh, Nigerian youth, you feel disconnected. You guys are disconnected from these politics. You people should go and be farming.
The young people are the future of any idea we are putting on the table right now, because there has been a huge disconnect between what reality is and what fiction is, or what social media is. Because in social media they can build a castle in 1 minute, but that's not the reality. But if we begin to catch them young, I remember in my day, we have garden in schools. So, and that has always been there. But nowadays that most people who go to public schools are children from, less privileged backgrounds. They don't live in an environment where there will be a garden or to say they want to grow something. But now there are smart gardening. You can do a garden in a bucket.
All right, so the first lady of the federation just harvested ugu. So, first of all, mommy, we'll cook soup, mommy. We love you, mommy. We love you, mommy. And then she said, we need to start growing the food we eat. It is not that difficult. Yeah, mommy, the truth is that it is not difficult for you because it is not you that did the ridges. They did it for you. And it is them that will clear the grass. Anytime weed grow close to your crop, they'll clear it, they'll put fertilizer, mommy. But mommy, there are a lot of factors that is not making a lot of Nigerians go into farming. One major factor is the factor of the herdsmen, where their cow, they can't chop people crop for farm, and the people cannot talk, because if they talk by mistake, the herdsmen will come back and they will buy all the people in the village. Mommy, we have been facing this thing for a long time. Mommy, a lot of cow used to eat people corn. In short, one of the major problems that is affecting the food basket of the nation, which is Benue State, it is the herdsmen issues. Benue State people are fighting day in, day out with those people because they will plant this one today. Cow will come and eat it. Goats will come and eat it. The last time I was doing TikTok live, one girl in food basket of the nation, Benue State, was admitted in the hospital because of ulcer. I say, how food basket of the nation knows? You can say she not the seafood chop. I'm not saying that it is the farming issue that caused it, but if food basket of the nation is lacking food, then it is a problem. We want to all farm, but it's not easy. That's number one. Number one is the insecurity, which is this estimate I don't talk now. Insecurity is a problem. Mommy, we love you. I still love you. Our first lady, mommy. Number two, mommy. How I take go forget this my number two now. Number two, land. Land is another wahala, mommy. All these real estate people, they don't allocate all the old land where they this life. They don't pack all the land. But mommy, the major thing is insecurity. And also, Also, I know we can employ people that will be clearing grass and all that, doing the... Mommy, things are expensive. Mommy, things are expensive. Imagine if you are using tractor. How much is fuel to put it inside the tractor? Mommy, things are expensive. If not for insecurity, what is farm that we cannot have? What is farm? But mommy, we will eat that your soup. Because we love you. You are our mother. We'll eat your soup. Mommy, we'll use amala to eat. We'll eat F4 rero. Mommy will do it for rero for the whole Nigeria. We love you, mommy. Mommy, please talk to daddy. Fuel price. Mommy, talk to daddy. Just tell him, daddy, fuel price. Daddy will say, Bulaba. May God bless Nigeria. May God bless everyone in it. Mommy, we love you. Peace and love, mama. I will say don't play because you're our mother. We love you.
You have a son. His son not get farm. Despite her husband were using farm to campaign that what will you eat is egbado, juicy and this. Now your husband is a president. You are telling the Nigerian youths they should go and farm. Your daughter is Yanoja of Lagos. Your son wants to become Senate. The other of your children are in the UK. You are telling Nigeria not to protest, they should go and farm. Now, thank God for our brother who also came out to tackle all of this. I like this, our Igbo brother. He came out. By the time he started speaking, by the time he was defending the Nigerian youth, the other political elites couldn't say anything. He was just smiling like, say, you don't catch me. You don't catch me. Yeah, we they lie. You don't catch me. Even the AIT a presenter was perplexed the way this our uncle rubbish and stated the facts about everything that is going on in Nigeria. I want you guys to watch this video.
Yes, Shield, I'm sure you have listened to them.
I'm actually shocked.
You are shocked?
I'm beyond bewildered. I'm shocked that anybody today will say this country is working. I'm shocked. I feel I'm depressed. Are we living in an alternate universe? This country? Ijoma, yesterday I was at the market. I left my house, I drove down to Maraba yesterday. Because I buy in bulk. Right?
You went to Orange Market?
I went to Orange Market yesterday. 24 hours ago, I was at the market. One small mudu of gari was sold to me at 1,400. If he has 50 mudus in a bag, that's 70,000 naira. Anybody can do that calculation.
That's what I told you.
Let me finish. Because when people come on air to talk down the realities of Nigerians, it's provocative. Are you saying what I witnessed, my own reality is a lie? You're saying a bag of rice, 25,000, with which security? Why are we lying to this president? Why do we want Tinubu to fail?
But it's protest the answer.
Let me finish.
It's protest the answer. Is it the way?
Let me tell you the narrative that has been painted by the government, and it is mischievous. Protest happened under Buhari. You know me very well. Every day we held Buhari. Every single day. We held Buhari by the jugular. Because we knew the man was ruining the country. We were shot at the Unity Fountain.
No.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I know people who had to rush to the hospital. We confronted this man for 8 good years. If Buhari's name is in the U.S. White House today for evil, it will be the cause of the petition that we did against him.
But
articulating everything.
His name is not. Let me
finish. I don't know. He's gone.
Yeah.
That is why we don't want the same experience under this government. We cannot lie our way out of pain. We cannot lie our way out of the realities of Nigerians. Ijoma, please call the man you spoke to. I will fly him down to Abuja. Let's interview 100 people on the streets. Why are we lying to Aso Rock? For what? Why are we saying things are okay? I bought fuel before coming here. 68,000 naira for a full tank. I got a Mercedes Benz. 68,000, my life is here.
That is minimum wage.
Let me finish.
That is minimum wage.
Let me finish. How many people can do that? That fuel does not take me 10 days. So imagine how much I spend in a month. Somebody will come on TV and insult my reality. because you want to make Aso Rock happy. Aso Rock needs to know the truth. That is the only way Aso Rock can think of solution. What is the people's anger? That you are telling us to tighten our belt, and you are buying new presidential jet. You are buying yacht. You are building 21 billion naira house for the vice president. You are disconnected from our pain. That is what people want to express. That this president that has not spoken to us in 1 year, does he even know what we are facing? Ijoma, a module of beans, 3,400 naira. If you buy 10 modules, it's 34,000. How much is minimum wage?
That's not even up to 1 bag.
Ijoma, that is not up to 1 bag. This is the reality. This was what I bought yesterday. I'm not saying
it's good that you're a man going to the office, because you see what we go through too.
Ijoma, let me tell you the truth, right? Sometimes I park my car. I enter normal bus because I want to hear what the people are saying. I was at the market yesterday. A woman came. God, this is not fair. Nigerians are in pain. Waste of fish.
But do you know that some people are trying to use? They are using. There are some people taking advantage of these pains that you're already expressing to make Nigerians go angry.
Arufai said something when they were in opposition. He said it is their job as opposition to capitalize on every inadequacy. This one is not capitalizing. We are talking about human survival. Ijoma, I'm not here. I'm not a member of PDP. I'm not a member of any opposition party. I want the president to succeed. Okay. We need to tell him the truth.
Okay. Do you think if the president comes out now?
You said?
If the president comes out and address the
what does it take for him?
That will stop the
yes. You need to connect with the Nigerian. See, the people don't hate you because the election will come again in another 3 years. They don't hate you. They want to hear. It's like a family.
You're talking about a woman before I go to...
The woman was at the market. I was just passing by. This fish, waste. God, waste like something you should throw away. The woman was begging them and they told her it was 100 naira. Just a small... Why would a human being be eating fish waste? But that is the level we have gotten to. Do you understand what I'm saying? A family told me, I think about 3 months ago, that for 3 months, they've not eaten meat in their house.
All right.
Those are the people that you need to bring here, not people like us.
All right.
Do you understand? Let the Nigerian people that have nothing, that have no political affiliation, no party, nothing, let them be the ones you bring here. Okay. So that nobody comes here to make Aso Rock happy when the truth is killing people.
The former chairman of National Convention in Anambra State, Mr. Dan, when he came out to address the Nigerian in Arise TV News, telling them the reason why Nigeria should protest, that is within our rights to protest. And these are the kind of people, when I listen to them, you felt like it is not all political elites that are that heartless. There are people that still have people at heart. I want you guys to watch what he said. We'll be right back.
In 2012, there was a lot of tolerance. The man who was president in the government which he served was one of the most brilliant people I have had the privilege in my life to meet with. You know, even though I was much older than himself. But he treated me like a father and said why he does certain things. And so if you're tolerant about other people's opinion, you should be able to take anything. You know, if somebody says you're an idiot, it depends on the voice, and somebody else says you're an idiot, you could get annoyed with the tone of the sentence, of the pronouncement. So it's difficult to really explain properly what informs Tinubu. You know, if you put back your mind, this is a man I had met one-on-one when he was a senator. My good friend, late Senator Okadibo, they were very close. They were all in SDP. Then I was chairman of NRC. They come to my hotel room in Abuja. They were excited. Why? Because on 2 occasions they had seen me with Major General Musa Yaradua, who wanted me to join his party. That he sees me on television and I'm convinced and that with due humility. I said, no, if you win nomination of SDP, I will join you. Because I think you have a purpose. Then my party hadn't any proposal about which direction. And finally, Stofa emerged, and I was proven right. So they normally see me. So that was how I got close to him. So I didn't see him again until he became governor. I think it was at London Airport we saw. I said, for all the things you have been talking, have you shown any in practice? And he looked at me. I said, you were protesting in Lagos against PDP. This will happen. There was a time PDP took over 5 out of the 6 states. It was in Lagos that survived. And I'm not unmindful of his courage. He's a very courageous person. But I doubt if the same courage applies now. You know, there are forms of courage, thinking courage, physical courage. Are they really thinking? Because this man who has gone through the process, he just didn't fly in from the moon. He's passed through the process. He's seen all manner of persons in Lagos. The whole country is Lagos. Yeah. So he's not just coming from an innocuous state from somewhere. So why they are not able to anticipate, to begin to adjudicate, to talk to people until they get to this point. And now you can see the serious effort being made to stop the protests. And for me, protest is expression of view. It's the unresolved, grievance. If you haven't resolved the grievance, somebody has a right to say it, either spoken word or moving about, saying something. But maybe they have information which we don't have. They anticipate something is going to happen. I don't know what. That's why they're in government, and we're not in government. So they have all the security information. I hope they have not also demonized people, because part of the problem is that there are so many forms of, anticipated terrorism, as I call them. What I call, stochastic terrorism, where you demonize people or group of persons to incite them to terrorism. I think that's part of what this government is doing. Why they are doing it, I don't know. Maybe they want to create a chaotic situation that might enable them to survive. Tinubu is a very clever person. People underrate him to their chagrin. He's a very clever person, and I don't underrate him. So they must have a purpose. They must have a purpose. But I pray it will not bring us.
Are you saying Tinubu will organize protests against himself?
No. Yes. Oh, it is very easy. That's the climax of brilliance. You organize something against yourself and achieve a purpose you want. Because people are people are saying, no protest, this will happen. And he's one place just watching what is going on. He's watching. It doesn't look easy to the common eye, but somebody can do it.
Now, you heard what Mr. Dan said. For me personally, these are the kind of people that should be in that political position because they understand the people. Not Tinubu. Oh, don't protest. Don't protest. What do you want? I will increase the salary to 70,000 naira. But meanwhile, there is a video of him surfacing on social media during the time of good luck, when he was saying, everybody must protest. We don't want good luck. There is hunger. The people in Aso Rock are bad. Let's watch his video.
Those who could improve this situation for the good of all of us do not allow the opportunity to make things better for us. They make it better for themselves, for their comfort and their families. Cronyism is prevailing. Today, our rulers in Abuja and across some of their states, you know what they say to us when they remove subsidy and we say no. Hunger is increasing, they say, so what? Unemployment is a cause, they say, yes, we know. Why are the people hungry? Is that let them face death. That is what is in Abuja of today. The current way of governance make nation building impossible. What it does, it makes poverty and the erosion of just society inevitable. We have gathered at this hour in this place to put an end to the national corruption and corruption. We have assembled here today to bring a new day and a new Nigeria to our people. Today, the Nigerian people are decent and hard-working people. They are equally long suffering they tolerate for too long. Just because they are long suffering does not mean they should be forced to suffer until death comes. We, our people, we've had enough of excuses. Our people have had enough of having nothing. The current government's trademark is to throw empty words, all action at our problem, as if doing nothing will cause our troubles to live for sheer boredom. Unemployment increases. Industrialization, we have nothing. Refinery, nothing is working. Electricity, they lie. If this is the government of, if this is the government's idea of transformation, and we have none of it, we should not have any of it. Because before, we say the government of slow motion. Now, it is the government of no motion at all. If they want to stand still at the bus stop or train station and be stagnated without poverty, they have the right to do so. And we have a right to kick them out. Not enough that they are stealing from our children tomorrow for lack of investment in education. They are still embezzling the retirement benefit of hardworking Nigeria, including our grandfathers. They are stealing the port, the treasury, not even leaving some coins for us to war with. Let them be out. Out now.
Him too was a legend of protest. He protested and protested and protested, organized protest. He was doing that to disorganize PDP presidential or cabinet legacy. To tarnish them, they were protesting. Them and Wole Soyinka on the front line, protesting. Have you heard Professor Wole Soyinka recently now? No, the man is silent because now Yoruba person in power. When Goodluck was in power, that man was on front line 24 hours, was there. Protesting 24 hours, carrying caskets, written, Goodluck Jonathan, bad president. Goodluck Jonathan must go. Him too, the president, was also protesting. But now he gets to his turn, he say, nah, don't protest. If you protest, we're going to do that. Now, so we yes say, so our people is going to hijack this protest. We will protest until our voice ahead. Yes, this country belongs to everybody. I know definitely they will send soldiers. Yes, because it is their duty to do so. They will send the military. Why? Because they don't want you guys to benefit from this government. If everybody is living well, who will they buy their votes? That is their problem right now. The issue is that these same military men that they will send after you are also complaining hidden because of the oath of allegiance they swear they will obey the command. The military, I have a military friend, they complain 24 hours. They always, their salary is too small. Everything about them, that they are not given the good equipment to combat their enemies or whatsoever. But at the end of the day, once they give their command, go and shoot person in the toll gate, go and do this, they go. They go, they have to, because Oga talk. If you don't go, if you disobey command, it becomes a treasonable felony. Thank God for this, our brother, who said that the military should have other things to go and face. Nigerian matter. Go and face something. Go and remain in your barrack. Listen to what he said.
And the army, surprisingly, is issuing a statement on a protest. We are not in a military dictatorship. What is the business of the military issuing a statement on the matter? That can't even be tolerated in a democracy. Let the military remain in the barracks. The police should deploy, in line with the provisions of the Police Act, should deploy police to ensure that those who are protesting are protected. Because the court have even made pronouncement on this matter.
Now, see this protest, they will see the end. All I'm saying, if you are watching this video and you also have opportunity to meet with friends and you are in the front line of protest, Please ensure that no shop is vandalized.
Protest. We, the women of indigenous people of FCT, we say no to any protest that they want to do. If you have any protest that you want to do, go back to your state and allow us to be in peace. Because
as much as I hope you know that we remember that before slave trade and before colonialism came and destroyed many things, in most traditional societies, how did people become leaders? People became leaders after serious sacrifice for the community. So people went to war against their enemies, risked their lives, almost got killed, managed to survive, saved the village, and when they came back, the village decided, you be our leader. Honor them. Right? Yes, you be our leader. But how are people becoming leaders now? So we need to really look at it. How do people, it's called leadership recruitment processes. How are we recruiting leaders? Are they people who have served this country meritoriously, who have sacrificed a lot for this country or for their village or for whatever? Or you just discover that there is a money bag. It's a money bag that has arrived in town. How he made the money is not a problem. And you do not know in our foolishness. That's why I talk of elite debauchery and popular idiocy. You see? It's two faces. One face is elite debauchery. The other face is the idiocy of the people. So, the point is that if the people cannot see that this person who has come back to the village with a lot of cash, and we don't know what he did to make this cash, you vote him into power. He's an expert thief. And he's going to steal everything in the village. Since you did not scrutinize how he made his money, he comes back, you make him a leader. He's going to, the way you do one thing is the way you do all things. He's going to use the same skill. Victor, you're looking at me. It's not true. He's not going to use the same skill he has used to steal everywhere he has been before to come and deal with you. This is where we are, and we need to get out of that kind of situation.